Do you know why you understand me? It is because we know the same language. Similarly, if you want to know what is written in your chemistry books and what the teacher teaches you in the class, you should know the language of chemistry. This chapter is one of the most important chapters of chemistry and forms the foundation of this subject. In this topic, we are going to discuss the contribution of few scientists, symbols, valency, radicals, valency chart, writing of chemical formulas, and how to balance a chemical equation. Welcome all of you. My name is Mahen and you are watching Maths Lab. Symbols play a very important role in everyday life. If we know the symbols, it becomes easy for us to identify things. For example, if you know the symbols of traffic rules, it becomes easy for us to drive. Symbol is a small representation of anything. John Denver was the first scientist to use symbols for elements. He used a circle for oxygen, a circle with a dot at the center for hydrogen, a circle with two diameters crossed for sulfur, and a circle with one diameter for nitrogen. If we use these symbols to write the formula of sulfur dioxide, it will look like this. If we write the formula of sulfuric acid, it will look like this. So you can see that it is quite impractical and tedious to use these figurative symbols. So Berzelius came up with the idea to use the first capital letter of the name of the elements. So that is how we got the symbol of carbon as C, oxygen as O, and nitrogen as N. But there were other elements also which were starting with the same letter. So we took two more suggestions. In first, we took the small letter from anywhere of the name of the element, and that's how we took Ca for calcium, Zn for zinc, Mg for magnesium. In the second suggestion, we took the symbols from the Latin names of the elements. For example, we took copper as Cu from cuprum, iron as Fe from ferrum, potassium as K from kalium, gold as Au from aurum, silver as Ag from argentum, lead as Pb from plumbum, sodium as Na from natrium, and mercury as Hg from hydrargyrum. We know valency by many definitions. Valency is the combining capacity of an element. Valency is the number of hydrogen atoms which can combine with or displace one atom of the element or radical so as to form a compound. Valency of all metals and hydrogen is considered positive. The valency of all non-metals groups of non-metals is taken negative. In modern chemistry, valency is the number of electron lost or gained by an atom. A valency of a metal is the number of electron lost by per atom of the metal. For example, K loses 1 electron to form K positive ion. Magnesium loses 2 electrons to form magnesium ion. The valency of non-metals is the number of electrons gained per atom of the non-metal. For example, chlorine gains 1 electrons to form chlorine ion. Sulfur gains 2 electrons to form sulfur ion. Certain metals show more than one valency, and this is called variable valency. The reason of showing variable valency by an atom is because sometimes it loses electrons from the penultimate cell. Penultimate cell is the second last cell of the atom. For example, copper has two valencies, copper Cu1 plus and Cu2 plus. Now radicals. Radicals are the group of atoms which behaves as a single unit and shows up valency. For example, ammonium NH4 1 plus, hydroxide OH 1 minus, and carbonate CO3 2 minus. Knowing a chemical formula is very important in chemistry, and valency chart plays a very important role in writing these formulas. Valency chart is given in all the chemistry books, and it is very important for all of you to learn this valency chart by heart. Following is the list of valencies in this chart. First of all, +1 and -1. In +1 we have potassium, sodium, lithium, hydrogen and ammonium. In -1 we have chloride, chlorate, hypochlorite, bromide, iodide, hydroxide, nitrite, nitrate, hydrogen carbonate, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen sulfate, aluminate and permanganate. In +2 we have calcium, magnesium, zinc, barium, nickel, cobalt and uranium. In -2 we have sulfide, sulfate, sulfide, carbonate, oxide, chromate, dichromate, peroxide, silicate, zincate and plumbite. In +3 we have only two, aluminium and chromium. In -3 we have phosphate, nitride and phosphite. In -4 we have only carbide. Now variable valency. We will write a separate table for variable valency. In this we have copper with +1 and +2 valency, silver with +1 and +2 valency, mercury with +1 and +2 valency, gold with +1 and +3 valency, iron with +2 and +3 valency, lead with +2 and +4 valency, tin with +2 and +4 valency, platinum with +2 and +4 valency and manganese with +2 and +4 valency. This completes our first part of language of chemistry, where we have covered up symbols, valencies, radicals and valency chart. I hope you have understood up till now. If you have any query, write to me in the comment box. Like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching.